Level 1. The pipeline. You don't start at GIGN. You start as a standard French gendarme, serving the Republic in the regular military police forces. You spend 4 to 5 years in the mobile gendarmerie, or departmental gendarmerie, building a flawless service record. Your daily life consists of handling violent riots, tense armed standoffs, and the grueling reality of law enforcement. You prove your discipline, your physical fitness, and your unwavering dedication in the toughest neighborhoods in France. You are already considered the top tier of conventional forces, highly respected by your peers. Yet, you find yourself staring at a notice for the ultimate test, hungry for a challenge that most would avoid. Level 2. The selection. You submit your file and are summoned to Satori, the legendary military base in Versailles. Here, you face a brutal, one-week selection process designed to systematically break your spirit before it breaks your body. The cadre pushes you through freezing mud, tear gas, and relentless physical exhaustion with absolutely zero feedback. They don't just test your muscles, they test your deepest fears, forcing you into claustrophobic pipes and dizzying heights. Of the hundreds of highly qualified candidates who apply alongside you, the vast majority will ring the bell. They will drop out or fail the impossible physical standards within the first few agonizing days. Level 3. The training. If you survive the week, you enter a grueling 14-month pre-selection and training phase. This is where they tear down the conventional gendarme and forge an elite counter-terrorism operator in absolute secrecy. You shoot thousands of rounds, mastering the iconic Menuhin MR-73 revolver and the HK-416 assault rifle. You learn aggressive close-quarters combat, advanced combat diving, halo parachuting, and precision explosive breaching techniques. Every mistake is punished severely because at this level, the margin for error is absolute zero. If you miss a hostage target by an inch during a live-fire drill, your journey ends immediately. Level 4. The new operator. Graduation earns you the right to wear the coveted patch and officially join the intervention force. You are assigned to a specialized troop, surrounded by hardened veterans who have seen unimaginable violence. You are the new guy, which means your past accomplishments in the regular forces mean absolutely nothing here. You keep your mouth shut, train relentlessly, and absorb every piece of knowledge the senior operators offer. You wait anxiously for the distinctive alarm to sound, signaling a national crisis or hostage situation. When the call-out finally comes, you gear up and board the helicopter in complete, terrifying silence. Level 5. The experienced operator. 3 years in, you are a hardened veteran with dozens of high-risk missions under your belt. You have raided heavily fortified compounds and dismantled organized crime syndicates across the entire country. You've deployed overseas to hostile environments in Africa and the Middle East to protect national interests. You know the exact sound a reinforced door makes right before it splinters from a specialized breaching charge. You understand that violence is a highly precise tool used only when negotiations fail. You know that pulling the trigger is always the absolute last resort, but you will not hesitate when required. Level 6. The team leader. Now you are a chef de groupe, directly responsible for the lives of the operators stacking up behind you. You digest complex intelligence briefings in minutes and formulate flawless, dynamic assault plans under extreme pressure. In the dark hallway, you make split-second decisions that judges and lawyers will dissect for years to come. You carry the unbearable weight of every call, knowing a single moment's hesitation costs civilian lives. The shared silence with your team after a brutal mission is far more profound than any conversation. You bear the psychological burden so your younger operators can focus purely on the execution of their jobs. Level 7. The senior operator. You transition into a senior specialist role, perhaps a master sniper, a dog handler, or a master breacher. Your body is a map of hidden injuries from fast roping, concussive blasts, and carrying heavy tactical gear. You hide the chronic pain because operators don't complain. They simply find a way to work through it. You mentor the new generation, teaching them the unspoken rules of survival that aren't printed in any manual. You walk past the memorial at Satori every morning, honoring the brothers you bled with who never came home. The unit has become your family, and the bond you share transcends blood and time. Level 8, the Commander. As a commanding officer, your battlefield shifts from the dark hallway to the Tactical Operations Center. You orchestrate massive, multi-tiered operations involving helicopters, armored vehicles, and specialized regional forces. You coordinate directly with the highest levels of the French government, intelligence agencies, and the President's office. When a catastrophic national crisis hits, the entire country looks to you to neutralize the threat immediately. You no longer kick down doors, but you carry the ultimate, crushing responsibility for the entire unit. Every success belongs to your men, but every failure lands squarely on your shoulders. Level 9, the Retiree. Eventually, your time in the shadows ends, and you leave the unit quietly without any public fanfare. You transition to private security, elite intelligence work, or risk consulting for global corporations. You try to blend into civilian life, standing in a Parisian cafe, surrounded by people who have no idea. You are quietly haunted by the adrenaline and the ghosts of the targets you neutralized to save innocent lives. You realize that nobody outside the Brotherhood will ever truly comprehend the immense sacrifices you made. You find solace only in the rare phone calls with the men who stood beside you in the breach. Level 10, the Cycle. Somewhere in France, a young, ambitious gendarme is staring intensely at a unit recruitment poster. He is physically gifted, fiercely dedicated, and actively looking for a challenge that terrifies him. He doesn't know about the broken marriages, the agonizing physical toll, or the lifelong haunting memories. He just knows he wants to be among the elite, to serve his country at the absolute highest level. He will submit his file. He will show up at the gates of Satori, and the relentless cycle will begin again.